Therefore, I season the skin and I kind of wipe the meat onto the skin so I can get some of the residual seasoning. All right, so I cleaned everything off on the front, so I'm just gonna put it in my pan, spray my pan. I'm gonna put it skin side down for right now. I'm gonna season them all at the same time. So I have it just like that. Now we move on to the next piece. Let's get this one, all right? So yeah, we're gonna cut this piece off. You see right there? It's like, yeah, cut that off. Tuck that in there. All right, let's go back. Look over here. It's a piece of fat. I'll leave that off. Now let's go and clean up. So I'm taking these and I'm scraping it up against the skin just to get, I guess, little bits of, that thing, whatever that is, getting that gunk off. And I'll just wipe it onto the other pieces that we aren't going to use anyway. I prefer to soak the chicken in vinegar water. I know some people use lemons, lime, but I always have vinegar. So, and I think it also helps to tenderize it a little bit. Because I do this, it does take a while, but I don't mind. All right, so that one is done. We're going to put it skin side down next to its friend. Now we move on. All right, and we keep going. Yeah, this is a nasty piece. If you look at it, I don't even think they tried to clean that off. We don't want to eat that. All right, so now we flip it over and we clean this off. I'm just scraping. Yeah, soaking it doesn't really get all of that, but I don't want to keep any of that mess. So you just get it all off. You see that gook? You see that? Yeah, we don't want that. Don't want to eat that. All right, now we will, this one skin side down. Moving on. See, we don't want to cook that part. Yeah. And now we are off to clean off this part. Now, the way you decide to season your chicken depends mostly on your taste and what you're comfortable with. So, what I use is what me and my family, my husband likes. My daughter does not eat chicken. So, unless it's cooked a very specific way. But I have seasons that I prefer to use. And if you don't like those, don't use them. Nobody's forcing you. It's just a idea. And if you have something similar, give that a try. And if you have the seasonings that I'm using and you try it out and you decide you don't like it, well, that's how you learn how close someone else's taste preferences are to yours. I prefer not to eat things that are overly spicy. It's just not pleasant for me. But someone else may love it. I don't know if y'all heard me. I baked the bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs for an hour at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, preheated oven. Sometimes the chicken isn't as dirty, but other times there's a lot to do. So, like I said, soaking it doesn't always fix it because I soak in vinegar. Well, that makes me confident that we don't have nasties going on, but it doesn't get this type of stuff off. You know what I mean? So, and some people don't do that. It's up to them. But that's how I was taught. So that's how I do it. And I try my best to make sure that we don't have any contamination going on. So there's no active, water splashing and sloshing around. Mhm. Now we got this one. And you see, we don't want to eat that. Mm-mm. We flip it over and we clean that one off. Just scrape, scrape, scrape. I used to use a fork and a butter knife instead of these tongs, but the tongs make it a lot easier to grip because even with gloves on or anything like that, it's hard to, you know, grip the bits that are stuck. And the tongs make it so easy to get it out. Get all of that nasty gook off. See that? You don't want that. Okay. And let's get this side. After this part is done, it's pretty quick. This is the most time consuming part of the preparation. Get to this piece. I want to cut that one off. And scrape. We're looking for that cookie stuff and want to make sure we don't leave any feathers behind. Now, everyone's family has their own way of doing things. This is just how I do it. I'm not arguing with anybody in the comments. So please be nice. That's just how I do it. Got that. And these are kitchen tongs. So, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. They have ridges on the inside to help grip. So, right. And our last one. Need that. And we flip it over. We This piece isn't too bad in comparison to the other one. that over there. All right, so we will, that's dirty now, deal with this after I get it in the oven. So now we move to seasoning. Season it how you want. But if you're watching me, you will know how I do it. So this is Creole seasoning, the Tony Satcheries. I only put this one mainly on the exposed skin side or meat side. Right in here. So now what I'm going to do is flip these over. And I can really see if I missed the spot with cleaning up that skin. Okay, and if there are exposed parts of the skin, like this right here, I'll just put some of this on there. Like this skin came up, I'm just gonna put some of that on there. Just like that. Now, that's exposed. I think that's it. All right, so I want the seasonings to stick to the skin. So I have avocado oil in here. I'm going to push down and spray. So now when I put it in the oven, all the seasoning is going to stick to it. So we'll go in with, this is a mixture of peppercorns. That. And we go. Yes. I don't want to get in, block too much of your view. That's it. In the oven for an hour, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. But let me put it in the oven now and set the timer. Final look. before it goes into the oven.